Hey everybody, Ian here from Urban Surfer again, and today what I'm going to be going through is, because I've put a couple of goggle videos up and they've been quite popular, I've had a few questions about lens selection. What lenses should I get? What lenses should I use? Why do they have such different variety of lenses? So what I'm going to do today is, as you can see, I've got a few with me. I'm just going to go through a number of the most common sort of types of lens, show you what the important features are and why you should go for different ones. But the main reason we have goggles on when we're riding, obviously, is to protect from snow blindness is the big one, but also getting that sort of wind, cold burn helps keep you warm a bit if you're in really cold weather. And if anyone's ever sort of blasted down a hill quick without any kind of goggles or lenses on, those teary eyes that you get from it just keeps the wind out of your eyes as well. But obviously the main thing is UV protection and protecting you from snow blindness. Remember, you're at altitude if you're riding, so there's already more UV light gets through than does at sea level. But snow reflects about 80% of the UV rays that hit it, so you're getting an absolute double whammy of everything coming back up if you're reflecting on the floor. So you'd be shocked at how quickly you really can damage your eyes. So for me, good set of goggles are essential, and use different lenses for different conditions. You've got a couple of different types of lenses as well I'll go through. You have your, and I'm going to have to check it out here, you have your cylindrical lens. So obviously it's curved on the front there, but it's very flat sort of that way. Makes them very cost effective lenses, really clear, and you don't get any distortion with them. Excellent sort of lens type of choice. You've then got your spherical lens, which, as you can see, in fact, I'll pick one of these darker ones here so you can see. So not only is it curved that way, it's also curved front to back as well. These give you a great wide field of vision. They allow you really good vision in your periphery. However, they can actually, because of the amount of curve on them, they can actually distort your vision slightly. However, most manufacturers know this, and if you're buying a good set of lenses, what they'll have is they'll have corrective features in there to stop any kind of distortion coming through for your eyes. So that's a big one. You can also get, obviously, double glazed lens, works exactly the same as your double glazing at home. So you literally have a layer of air in between, and it stops it from fogging up as much. Or you can also get, which is probably one of the more common things nowadays, which is an anti-fog coating, often comes with a scratch resistant coating as well. Just stops it from fogging up if you get it. Now, being honest, there's absolutely no substitute for having a good vent system on your goggles in the first place for keeping the fog away. That's probably your number one priority for it. But a double glazed lens or an anti-fog coating does help out as well. So, you know, it's better to have more technology than less technology, isn't it? So, as I said, we'll start with a clear lens from the Oakley here. But this lets 100% of the light through. However, what it does do is it still blocks those harmful UV rays. So if you're sort of night riding, which is becoming more popular nowadays, or you're on a really overcast, stormy, snowy day, a clear light lens is fantastic. And it, like I say, keeps you protected, but makes sure you can see where you're going incredibly well. The next sort of light that you're going to see is, and I've got two different ones here for the same example. I've actually got one here from the electric charger in the yellow, and the other one is the Oakley Fall in the pink. These both have a VLT of about 25%, 30%, so they block out about 70, they allow about 75 to 70% of the light through. They come in two different colours. Basically, just is what works with your eyes better. What's more comfortable for you? I personally always carry a yellow low light, flat, as I call them, a flat light lens in there. So they're great for those stormy, overcast, snowy things. Now, the reason I like the yellow is because I personally find that yellow gives me a great contrast between your shadows and your brighter bits. So when you're picking out your lumps and bumps and humps and you want to ride into stuff, for me, I love the yellow lens. It helps us pick it out. The pink for me doesn't work that well. It actually tends to flatten everything out. However, I do know a fair few people who will go with a pink lens because that works better for them at picking out and contrast and stuff. So again, it's all about what works best for yourself, but these are both very much similar lenses in. They take some of the glare away. Obviously, they give you that UV protection that you need, but they do help you pick stuff out on a really, really overcast, snowy day. Like I say, it's just whichever one works best for yourself. Next up, you're looking at one of the mid-range ones. So this is from the Electric EG 2.5. Doesn't matter whether it's blue or pink or white or green, you can't really tell through the back. They all tend to look about the same. Now this is around about a 50% VLT, so it takes about 50% of the light off. So these are ideal for sort of those, you know, middle days. There might be cloud in the sky, but it's not dull, it's not really overcast. At the same time, it's not super, super bright and super, super sunny and really, really glary. So a good mid VLT of about 50% is ideal for sort of those mid-type days. And that's a really nice example of that. I quite like the blue on that as well. You know, because let's face it, what they look like is just as important as what they do. We all know that, although we don't like to admit it. Next up, we've got something a little bit darker, and as you can see, this is starting to look a bit more like a sunglasses lens. So this has a VLT of around about 75, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, from the EG2. So it's actually a VLT of 24.3%, so it allows just under, it blocks out just under 75% of the light. These are really good for, you know, nice bright sunny days. Not super, super sunny, although, you know, you can pretty much get away with it in any, like your bluebird days, as people like to call them. So slightly overcast, small snow showers, bright sunny day is a really, really good option for that. Like I say, I'll tend to keep one lighter lens and one darker lens, and they suit me for a full week in sort of all conditions. Finally, what I want to show you, and these are slightly darker again, but not really. These have got a VLT of 20%, so they block out about 80% of the light, but they're also iridium coated, which I'm sure you have heard bandied around. If you don't know what iridium coating is, it's essentially used to reduce glare further and keep it off. Again, doesn't really matter what colour it is, these both block out the same, and actually the vision through the back is exactly the same. It's basically just what colour matches your outfit better in a certain extent. You know, whether it's a nice bluey purples or whether it's your orangey redsy golds. But the iridium coating does actually help reduce that glare. So if you've got super sunny, super bright days, proper bluebird days, not a cloud in the sky, really cold, you know, you're thrashing the hill, set of iridium lenses do cost more, but they are excellent and they do really reduce the glare as well as giving you a comfortable sight to look through. Again, they all block out the UV light, so there's no difference there. Just remember, different colours work for different people, but you probably want a couple of lenses if you've got a set of goggles that you can change lenses in. If you can't change the lenses, get a couple of pair of goggles, you know, even if it's just a cheap set for if it's really, really hammering down with snow and stuff, and keep your main ones that are a bit more sunny. Or buy a set of goggles that you can clip out and clip in the lenses with, then you're only carrying the one set of goggles and you've got the two sets of lenses for them. Thanks very much for your time. If you're looking for a new set of goggles or set of lenses, I'll put the links to both our product sort of category pages below. If you want to check out any of our other videos, we've got plenty of goggles videos up there. Should be some more coming over the next couple of days. And like I said before, if you have any questions, pop them in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Like and share the video if you like it. Thanks very much. I've been Ian again, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.